What's going on, guys? It's me and JT, but you could call me Nick, and that's right, we're back and we're playing more Doki Doki. The game's very different now. It's all corrupt and crap. I don't know what's happened to it. It's just really scary now. So let's go. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, wait, why'd you look at me? Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite down yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, NJT. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. And JT, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, She's fine. She's reading over there. So it's okay, right? In that case, I don't see any problem. Excuse me. Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls out a copy of the book out of her bag. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped in here have traits that turn them into... Wait, is this different? Is this the different book? I think it is. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark tone came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, NJT? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's only shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind is completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at a new life from a strange and new perspective. When horrible things happen just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is horrible, people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Oh yeah, you're definitely rambling. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books, writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... What? I kind of forget to pay attention to people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Oh yeah, you say something strange, alright. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well start getting started. Why does the game do this to me? Yes. I scratched myself as well. I mean, you don't have to, but... what were you saying? Yeah, this game really is a horror game, huh? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I'll slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the what? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Oh look, now I can't skip. That's strange. I could skip before, now I can't. Ha ha ha. Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them. What? Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult for the page to turn. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the side of the book. That way I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after flips it. I don't know, I feel like something weird's gonna happen. By holding it in like this, we'll hold it even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again. Our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. I'm just scared something's gonna happen. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own regulation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. That face. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? Okay, that face is really scaring me now. I was just thinking the way she second guesses. She says and all that. That's what you were talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why it came into my head. Ha ha ha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if she's about to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. Something's not right. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yeah, go get some water. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? NJT, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Haha, don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Guys, notice how Monica doesn't have those weird glitches? Just remember that. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Why is Yuri not here? Monica. Hi again, NJT. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, NJT. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's the easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. Haha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yui likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on other people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. Excuse me. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up with withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Uh-oh. Save me, the colours they won't. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. This won't stop. It won't stop. Violent grating with... I don't know what that says. Squealing, screeching, piercing, shine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. What the hell is going on here? Endlessness. Oh, I think that's what it says. PM of meaningless. Delete her. This is a hint for later on. This right here is a hint. Guys, we've got to remember that. Remember that. Delete her. It'll come in handy later on. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. Looks like Monica does do those weird glitchy things. Well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you will face yourself facing a difficult decision. Is this what she tells us to save? When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Yeah, there you go. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Yeah, I can hear you. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? And JT, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try and give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Ah, that makes me so happy. I'm so amazing, like I feel valued, NJT. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. Haha, I just want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, NJT? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want to read my poem too. Okay? Oh god. What happened to the music? What's that here? Oi, 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 what's going on? A rotating wheel turning in exile. Am I really gonna read all this? Well, guys, the paper's, why is the paper doing that? Turning in exile, grinding both the head, Livia gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope lied to a thick rope. Oh my god, there's so much to read. A Hasness, parable gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming out with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes. What? A thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Sorry guys, I'm just a little scared, alright? Expendable gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel noting in 6 dimensions, 40 gears in the ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks fastly times every time it ticks every second time. Time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope for blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bottlehead. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel. Oh my god, what the hell? Haha. Yeah, that was a little strange. Doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind is a hit hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on a pen. Ah, that is a pen of you. Why is the music stopped? That is a pen full of out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and you stole my pen. Wow. I I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. Haha. I'm okay. What did I just? Can we pretend this conversation never happened? No! You literally read a poem that was really weird. You can keep the poem though. No, I don't want to keep that poem. You should show my poem to next, Natsuki. I liked your last one better. Yeah, really? Well, yeah, I can tell you a little more daring with this one. Jesus Christ. What the hell, Yuri? What was that, man? Well, your writing's not good enough for that. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really different from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I taught never to expect anything from anybody. Excuse me. So it's not like I was writing for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Oh, thank God, at least this one's not... Wait a minute, is this the same one? With the spiders? Yeah, this is the same one with spiders. So she writes the same poems. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short, yeah. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone who has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. Well, that just makes the people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think they really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things, such as two of the girls in this very club, whom I respectfully won't name. Well, I mean... Kind of ironic that even one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Geez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so... Whatever, you're done sharing, you can leave now. Wow. You've unlocked a special poem, sure. A dream. I was wandering in an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quickly in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out what way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something to go over today, so if everyone could come sit down in the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves and getting new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since NJT joined and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already had enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at the right answer way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, NJT? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of NJT to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to... whatever. Look, Monica. Do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Oh no. You never even talked until NJT joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And NJT isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. So, but you're really the ones who are so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our options for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure you and NJT want to get new members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, it's up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way I did? But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. NJT, why did you even join this club? Uh-oh. What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this new club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. Oh no, they're arguing again. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club? Is the thing zooming in again? Or is it just my imagination? No, it's not zooming in again, sorry. There aren't many other places like that for me. And now... No, the game's definitely zooming in. I feel like the game is... or whatever. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, NJT. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of different. Ah! Who cares about that obnoxious brat? What the hell was that? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like... Nobody would cry if she... Oh! Oh! What the hell just happened? I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that right for the club. But what about you, NJT? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer that is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is everyone to get along. And for that, the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would... Her eyes! Her eyes! So if you would help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Or maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know what I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, NJT? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with NJT before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled and she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay, that was really creepy what Yuri just did. Her face glitched, her eyes were bleeding. Phew. Things have been a little bit hectic lately, haven't they? Oh, they've been more than hectic, Monica. Way more. Okay, I'm gonna save there. And next video, probably more creepy crap's gonna happen. That was very, very scary what just happened. So please leave a like, guys, and subscribe. Bye bye.